Hi, everybody. I'm meteorologist Joe Chaffee, and I'm going to follow up now on a post I did just a little while ago with regards to the NAM model that came out tonight. And one of the things that struck me during this afternoon was the fact that the primary low was tracking further west with every run. This was a change from the trends that what we saw just a day or so ago, where we were seeing a weaker low going a little further east on the GFS model up into Ohio, where it would redevelop and kind of pinch the cold air. The thing is that the further west it goes, the better the chance that colder air damming down along the East Coast to some degree. And this is what the NAM model showed tonight. Now, this is Monday evening at 72 hours, and you'll notice that it's dry. The radar echoes the nearest precipitation isn't even into eastern Ohio, a little bit into southwestern Pennsylvania, but the main area is still pretty far away. And when we move it up to the overnight, you can see how precipitation rapidly develops. The primary low winds up going north-northeast into Iowa, and then as we head into Tuesday morning, we have it up in northern Wisconsin. Now, what this does is it allows this very large and strong high up in western Maine to wedge down, and this produces freezing precipitation, according to this model, in the northern half of New Jersey, over Long Island, and then, of course, as you go north and west from there through upstate New York, but it also wedges freezing precipitation back through much of Pennsylvania, except the southeastern corner, and in the far west. And this is where the warmer air winds up going because the low is so far to the west. Now I'm going to switch over to the GFS, and you'll see the difference. First off, this is Monday evening, where if we back the NAM model up to Monday evening, notice no precipitation at all anywhere close, and the GFS has precipitation on our doorstep. Some freezing precipitation into northern New Jersey and back through the northern half of Pennsylvania. Now, here's the other difference. Look where the primary low is on the GFS. It's north and west of St. Louis, whereas on the NAM model, we'll jump over that, it's back over west of Kansas City, and that's a huge difference. That difference translates to a different scenario in the Northeast, in that the warmer air gets wedged to the west on the NAM as it moves up in here, and on the GFS instead you have that primary low going over Chicago and into northern Michigan. So here we are at 84 hours Tuesday morning, and the low, instead of being in northwestern Wisconsin, is in central Michigan. So the freezing rain line, the southern edge, looks like it's in the lower Hudson Valley, along and just north of Route 84, and then you have freezing precipitation through much of the eastern half of New York, and then of course it's mostly snow in Vermont. It's snow in Vermont and snow in New Hampshire, and snow with some moderate snows on the GFS by Tuesday morning, already covering most of Massachusetts. So this is going to be a critical difference here. You can also see on the GFS how the isobar here, how it stretches out. There's some kind of a low that's forming here in West Virginia that winds up eventually translating to the coast, which of course makes no difference to us other than it prolongs the rain a little bit and then takes it on out to the northeast. We don't have the NAM to go out far enough to see where it would wind up. So I would be curious to see what the European does when it comes out in just a little while, because that has been the model that has been the furthest west of all of them. And I'm going to be curious to see whether the European winds up closer to the NAM idea, where it now has a weakening storm. And you can see from the very beginning, I'll just roll it back, and you can see the low, how it comes out, and the pressure goes from less than 1,000 millibars to 1,004, and then holds its own as it moves up into northern Wisconsin. So we'll have to see how that model handles all this, because the outcome might be just a little bit different for areas not too far away. But I think the risk is here that somebody up here is going to wind up with a significant icing event, and the ski areas are going to do okay with this too. Vermont, New Hampshire, and into Maine, and they're going to be able to get some decent snows just in time for the New Year's weekend. So we will take a look at this in the morning. Also take a look at the long range and see what it's doing. And I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas holiday. And now we look ahead toward New Year's and whatever the next couple of weeks brings with regards to weather. Just one more mention, of course, if we go back a little bit back to tomorrow, looks like we'll get into some rain tomorrow night into Sunday morning, some downpours ahead of the very warm air that's going to come back in on Sunday with some record highs again. That should be the last record high we'll see this month. Of course, we're running out of days. And there's our cold front as it sinks southward down in Virginia. It's pretty far south here on the NAM. NAM really tries to wedge in that cold air. So we'll see how it all plays. It's all fun watching this all evolve over time. And we'll keep you posted on the situation during the day tomorrow.